So there's no secret sauce, right? Just
Yes, there is. You're not getting it.
No?
So.
Yep. Yeah.
if there is, he's not gonna
No
tell
secret
us
sauce.
here, right? Yeah.
No secret sauce. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. In this hand here, we are 100.
I am not seeing.
Oh, do you have the stream open?
Oh yeah, you gotta go on YouTube or Twitch and
I'll share you. Sorry, one sec.
Let me.
Right here. There shouldn't be much delay, so I think it will be easy to see. Let me know when you have it.
He's charging, but not yet.
Okay. Otherwise, yeah, I think that hand will be pretty easy to remember. You see it?
Wait a second. Now I see, yeah.
Okay.
Now I see.
All right, so in this hand, we have Linus on the button. It's 111 big blinds effective, and he opens 2.5. You 3-bet to 11. And it comes 10-9-3 with 2 diamonds.
Okay.
In this type of spot, as somebody that plays low stakes myself, I always think too easily of like all the pairs and all the hands that already beat me. You know, like here, if I have 2 overcards, or even if I have like an overpair, I always think, oh, this guy's 9s, he has 10s. Do you feel like being able to broaden this type of situation and making the right decision is just gonna come through like, you know, drilling these spots, like 3-bet spots a lot, or like how to proceed here, like if you're playing those stakes to get better in this spot?
Basically, first thing I would ask is if you are 3-betting more linear. It depends on if you are flatting the small blind or not. I'm not doing in my case, so this flop is going. I'm going to have more impact in this flop in a 10-9x because my king jack, king queen are hitting something more than if I'm 3-betting more a polarized range. So I would be c-betting more really high frequency this board.
Okay. Yeah, at 3-bets, I think linear, yeah, small blinds.
Yep. What were you asking? Say again, please.
Yeah, just like how to go about like really improving in these spots and like kind of like getting the big picture. Is it through just like drills and studying, or you want to be able to find like heuristics and things that you can apply from very early on to identify maybe different but sometimes somewhat similar type of boards and like how to play these spots?
Nothing. I think nothing special on this flop, to be honest. It's just really high frequency c-bet. In as I said, if you are 3-betting a linear range on the small blind, maybe you can play a more polarized style if you are playing a flatting game on the small blind. And go for a higher sizing. I'm going to bet a half pot by far here. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I remember the play.
Yeah.
1 hour.
Half pots.
Yeah.
Then Linus calls.
Yeah, he calls.
And then so
yeah.
Go ahead. Oh, sorry, you were gonna say?
He calls. No. Yeah. He just calls, and the turn is jack. I remember.
Yeah. Just one thing quickly. Like when I started playing poker, I always pictured that here, you know, when you're one of the 2 players, it's going to be like, you know, in movies, like you're going to see the full range exactly in your heads. But then I realized like you don't quite picture it that well, but you have an idea, right? Like you see Jack 10-9, you're already thinking about, you know, potential like sets, 2 pairs, king queens and all that. You don't necessarily see it that vividly, and then you kind of factor in like all the flushes. Do you feel like there is a better way to go about thinking about it? Like, is it really step by step and you really let the betting tell you what the range is going to be? Or do you think it's good to drill a lot to be able to really be able to see like the full range in question?
Say again, please. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel like maybe my question is also a little bit vague. Just about like seeing the ranges in detail here.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's an important thing, or it's like as long as you have like solid foundation to your game, and it's like you understand like what the bets are gonna mean, you're gonna be able to make the right decisions and like follow what you've studied and your intuition?
No. I mean, on the flop is probably the street that most of the people is playing more close to the theory.
Yeah.
Because there is more there is direct EV from my betting range here with which I'm not going to skip, so let's say if I bet here close to range or 80% or 90 or whatever, there is an EV that is direct from my betting, and I'm not going uh, to make really big changes, because if let's say I'm going to bet 50% of my range, I'm losing this direct EV that I have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in the flop, I think that most of the people is trying to play as close as possible as the theory.
Yeah.
So we are going to see less magic moves or uh, weird
Creative lines, I
lines.
guess.
Let's say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get the call, Jack on the turn. Now you have a straight, and you bet
Yeah.
half again.
Yeah. This is a really dynamic turn. My depolarized range is hitting a lot here, so it's definitely a card is improving more my range than his range. He has the threes, fours, fives, sixes with diamond, and now they are smashed, and I have all the king queen, king jack in frequency, ace jack, 7-8 suit. I mean, most of all the nuts are in my range, and he also have all these nuts, but there is a part of the range which have called the flop that now is in a really big trouble and have to fall. So I'm betting this turn in a mid to high frequency, because the hands that I'm not improved now have a really good equity or a really good blocker property, which is basically ace queen or ace king. So I don't have really much non-equity hands, like only let's say ace four, ace five, no diamonds. These are the only hands that don't have equity, let's say, or don't have any good blocker property.
It's because of that, like you say, you have like a lot of nutted hands, but he
Yeah.
too. Wouldn't you then be encouraged to bet bigger than this? Like, why go half here exactly? Is it so that the SPR is like very close to 1 on the river?
No, it's basically most of the turns that complete straight, even if the straight is in the off frequency.
Yeah.
Sorry for my English.
No, it's good.
So it's not the same if he only have king queen suited that if he has king queen off. So I need to be called for more hands than set and king queen. So if I bet big, I'm going to
Only the very strong
yeah,
hands, which are not enough.
the very strong hands. And there's only an idea here, which is when there is an open-ended completed like that, I'm going to have a really high bad river frequency. So I still want to keep the pot in some way, in some control, let's say.
Yeah.
So imagine I have aces or kings. 8 is bad, 7 is bad, queen is bad, diamond is bad. So this high frequency of river, of bad rivers, want to make me bet a little bit small.
Okay. Okay, it goes way deeper than I even imagined. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to take into account. He does make the call, and then river.
I mean, even that. I mean, it's not going to be a really big EV difference if you bet here 66% of the pot. It's going to be kind of the same, but if you want to choose the really correct size, it's going to probably be the mid pot.
Yeah. So he does make the call, and then river is what seems to be a blank with the 5 of clubs. And you jam, and he calls. So your hands seem straightforward here, but what about his call? He flopped top pair and the flush draw, and then he ended up just kind of calling down. Do you feel like that's the main way this hand plays in theory? And then what about the catcher on the river?
I mean, he has a really good one. He has a really really good hand because I'm going to bluff more ace queen than ace king, I think. Okay, so because the blocker effect of the ace queen is higher, yeah. So if he thinks I'm going to bluff more ace queen than ace king, this king 10 is a little bit better. I don't know if he's calling with queen 10 too. We should ask him. But he has a 10 jack suited blocker. That's important when you are playing a small amount of combination. It's not the spot with a smaller amount of combination, but when you are trying to choose a bluff catch, yeah, you have to be worried about that. And he's not calling with king 10 hearts or yeah, king 10 hearts, for example. This one is blocking the 10 jack suited, which is my main two pair here, because I would be checking probably 10-9 on the turn. I don't know. Yep. So he probably thought that he has a blocker of 10 jack. He has a blocker of queen 10, of king queen, sorry. And he's probably thinking that I'm bluffing more the ace queen than the ace king, and I'm bluffing more with no diamond than diamond, which is important.
Okay.
Yeah. For example, if he has a king 8 of diamonds, he's going to call flop, call turn for river. And that makes me more profitable bluff an ace king of spade, let's say.
Yeah.
So if he thinks I'm going to bluff more ace king of spades, that's why he's calling more with the king 10 diamonds.
And so what about if you had gotten like one of the worst river cards, let's say like a king or a queen shows up on the river? Then how does it work for you? Do you still block and then you have to fold or think about calling, or do you just check and pray that he checks back?
If it depends on the river, it's not the same a queen than a king. Let's say a queen, for example, or
yeah,
if a queen comes, or my value range has changed, and now my ace king is my value range, and I have still have the king queen, yeah, ace king, king queen, some king jack suited or something like that, or yeah, or yeah, not king 9. I would be checking my 7-8 on a queen or a king by far. Yeah, then on the river, I have to ask if it's enough to call, what is his frequency to bluff, if he's going to bluff me hand like 8-9. For example, if my combination is not bad, because imagine a hand that could, let's go for a king, for example. Let's go for a king.
Yeah.
He could be calling, bluffing a hand like 8-9, and my hand is unblocking that hand. So I can be folding 7-8 of hearts, maybe, or clubs, and I can be calling 7-8 of diamonds. For choose something, but it's going to depend on how frequent I expect that he's bluffing the semi-showdown hands.
Yeah. All right. Oh, no, great breakdown. I like it a lot. That was quite nice. We had a hand of you and Linus as well, specifically.